Welcome to another episode of Kookievision. In this video, I'm going to be making a mushroom. So I have a mushroom-shaped sugar cookie here, and I'm starting out with the cap of the mushroom. So I'm using a red royal icing here. This is a piping consistency fitted with the number 2 tip, and I'm outlining the top of the mushroom. And I did a sideways oval shape in the bottom of the mushroom cap to be the bottom of the mushroom cap. And that's where I'm going to be putting some lines and finishing off the stem as well. So I'm flooding the inside of the mushroom cap with a flooding consistency red royal icing, so the same color that I just used the outline, and this is a flooding consistency in a squeeze bottle, and I'm just filling in the entire area, and I'm going to be using my scribe tool to get all the icing towards the edges and into those little corners in the bottom. Now obviously you don't have to use red, you could use brown or any other type of color. I was just going for a very fantasy look here. So I've got white flooding consistency royal icing here, and while the red is still wet, I'm piping in some dots. And I've actually put this into a squeeze bottle that has a coupler attachment. You can use a regular squeeze bottle. I just like the ones with the coupler attachment for things like this, so I have a little bit more control over the size of the dots. And I'm letting that crust over, and I'm going to outline the stem of the mushroom. And this is a number 2 tip with a piping consistency white royal icing. Next, I'm going to flood in this entire area with the same white flooding consistency that I used for the polka dots. So this is a white flooding consistency that I have here in a squeeze bottle, and I'm just basically filling in everything, including the stem and the underside of the mushroom. And I'll use my scribe tool to get all the icing towards the edges and pop any air bubbles if needed. So before I move on to the next step, I want to make sure that this is completely dry, and I always let my flooding layers dry overnight. And so the first thing I want to do is add the gills, which is those little lines on the underside of a mushroom, and I'm just lightly drawing in the top of the stem as a guide, just so I don't draw past the top of the stem. I'm just drawing some lines kind of radiating outwards, and this is a brown food pen. This is by Chef Master. I really do like these pens. They dry nice and shiny, and they have 2 ends, one's fine and one's bold. I'm using the fine tip here. And next I want to outline the stem as well as the underside of the mushroom. So this is a number 1 tip this time, and I've got a white piping consistency royal icing in here, and I'm outlining the stem, and I'm also going to outline the bottom of the mushroom cap as well. And there we go, we've got the finished mushroom here. And if you wanted to, you could always outline that top part too with a number 1 tip piping consistency red, but I didn't feel like it actually needed it. It looks fine just the way it is. And these mushrooms will be perfect for if you were doing a woodland set with some woodland creatures or an Alice in Wonderland party, anything like that. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like me on Facebook and on Instagram. Bye!